That was a stupid idea to put my lipstick. And I still got lipstick on this. Hi over there and welcome back to this YouTube channel. My name is Julia and in today's clip I'm actually doing a full-on review on the EYN Bright Matte 42 color palette with full-on swatches at the end of the clip. So make sure you're staying tuned until that. This phone interrupted me so many times. Probably I'm gonna edit out some of the stuff, but you have to shush for now. I have this palette for almost a year, which it sounds crazy that I did not do a review on it. But to be quite honest with you, I forgot I had it and I did not do a full-on review about it. So here I am today, showcasing to you this palette, which is pretty damn nice looking, full-on, rainbow colors. I really love color, and if you want to see how I did this look and what opinion I have on this palette, as well as the full-on swatches, then please keep on watching. So this is how the palette looks like. It has a big ass mirror, which I find very handy because usually I do use these palettes to put the mirror in front of me. They are massive. I love them for that. And you have a variety of rainbow shades in a matte version because this is the Bright Matte palette. 42 shades for £30. I think it's a goddamn decent price. Anyways, I'm gonna try my best to use as many shadows as I can. I might actually do 2 different eyes, but I will see about that. I can't do it very obvious because I'm actually getting out of the house after I do my makeup. So I always prime my eyes with the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. I find this amazing, but then again, I never tried Louise or any bougie kind of or very popular brands. I find this concealer enough for me because it actually does set itself and the eyeshadow sticks really nicely to it, so I'm using that. Right, so I think I'm gonna go straight in with Bare Necessity and try to put that in the crease. I don't think I ever tried this. I do have this palette, by the way, for some time, so bear in mind it's not necessarily a first impression. However, I did not have time to use all of the shades in it, okay? So I'm trying my best to not use the shades I already used. As you can see, it really does pick up on my skin. It is a light kind of shade, however, it has pigment, so I'm happy with that. It's kind of hard, to be quite honest with you, with this palette to also film. I'm gonna do the hard work and keep a tiny mirror in my hands and then just show you the shades. Now I think I'm gonna go with 2 different pinks. So what I'm planning to do is place the Strawberry Bonbon on the right eye, my right eye, and Tutu on this eye, because like I said, I want to try as many shades as I can, but at the same time I want to be in the same color scheme so it won't be too noticeable. Strawberry Bonbon right now, and I think I'm just gonna apply it at the end. Why the hell not? This is actually really pigmented. It looks very subtle in the pan, if you ask me. However, it does come out really nicely. And I realized I wear red and I hate combining red with pink. And it is definitely different. I love that. I'm gonna try to get closer because I'm not quite sure how well you can see. It is definitely much brighter than the other one. This is much more brighter, like kind of a neon sort of shade, while this one is extremely subtle. So you can definitely have differences between the pinks, which I'm always in for that, because sometimes they can look extremely similar and I'm like, I mean, let's just be rebels today. I'm gonna go with Poppin' Poppy and Head Over Heels. head over heels on this side and poppy on this side, because like I said, I hate combining pinks with reds, but I find it with makeup, shadows and things like that, it can look really nicely. So I'm taking again the same brush and tapping in the middle. Like I said, with this pink as well, this is very subtle. Oh my god, the lighting is going a bit crazy because the sun comes out. I hope it's not too crazy on the camera because I can't see anything. This is also subtle, but definitely you can see it. And now I'm curious if Poppy it's a bit brighter. It looks like that in the pan. Yeah, it's definitely much more subtle. I feel Hot Stuff, which I actually did use before, it's the brightest of them all in between. I mean, it kind of makes sense because also Tutu, if you can see, it's in the middle between the two of them, so Hot Stuff should be like the middle crazy color in between the red shades. So you know what, I'm gonna go with Hot Stuff. And it's definitely more popping. I don't know if you can see. You know what, I think I'm gonna switch off the lighting, my lighting. Hot Stuff is definitely hot, and head over heels, it's definitely much more subtle. So, you know, you kind of like have in between shades when it comes to their intensity, but at the same time you have different shades from the same kind of color scheme, but then again with different intensity. I am in for that. So yeah, I kind of like it. I'm gonna blend a bit in the crease. Now the only sad part with this palette is that you don't have shimmers. So, you know, you kind of have to either get something else with shimmer shades or don't use shimmer shades. I am a fan of mattes myself, so I'm not missing that part, to be quite honest with you. They also have the version with with shimmer, so if you're interested in that, then you can definitely check that out. But yeah, I'm gonna take a flat brush and I think I'm gonna go with some orange, because I mean, why the hell not? When it comes to the oranges, I can see they have a much bigger variety. For example, with the reds, you only have 3 of them. You have more pinks. It's interesting. I wished more reds, but I have blood sugar, so I'm not missing on that. I think I'm gonna go with Heat Wave on the eye. I have the brighter shades, which is this one actually, I think. I forgot. Is this one. So I'm gonna go with Heat Wave on this side, which I have the more brighter shadows. And I'm gonna go with Tangerine Dream on the right eye from my side. Obviously it should be your left, I think. Yeah, that's definitely really pigmented. And I'm gonna go now with Tangerine Dream. This is more on the orange, while this has a kind of like red undertone to it, if I'm not crazy. Oh no, I'm right. It has a more reddish undertone rather than this one, so it's more like blood orangey, if that makes sense, which, oh my god, this is crazy. Like, I don't know if you can see on camera. I hope you can see it, but this is more like, I don't know, it's different. That's what I'm trying to say, and I appreciate that because I want a palette which has different shades from the same kind of like color scheme to a certain extent, but be different, because I used to have a palette really colorful and literally all of the goddamn shades were identical. Like, I would have 10 reds and all of them would pretty much look the same, and I don't want that. Like, why would I spend money on that when I can just have one red shade that is good instead of 10 that look identical? So yeah, that's a given. Like, this is great. This is actually great. And you know, it's sad because you can't necessarily see it perfectly probably on the camera. My camera is not the best. At the same time, I used shades that are in the same kind of like scheme, so it might be hard to distinguish them. I'm not quite sure. I might be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong, but if I'm right, then you kind of have to trust me on that. I think I'm gonna go with Drama Queen and Grape Escape to do an eyeliner on both eyes with each of them. I'm gonna use Drama Queen on the right eye and I'm gonna use Grape Escape on this eye. Let's see how it goes. The brush I used was not that precise. This is the shade Nothing Else, so it's really good for cleaning up the shadow if you need that. Okay, I hate this brush for eyeliner officially. The difference in between the two of them is not massive. You can definitely probably not tell by the camera. This is a teeny tiny bit more intense than this one. However, the undertones in itself is kind of like the same, so it's not like a different warmth to it, like a darker, like it was with the orange. Like this one, you can definitely sense the difference between the undertone, while with the red and pink you would see the difference in intensity, not necessarily the undertone. However, with this one, it's kind of hard to notice. This is a teeny tiny bit brighter than this one. However, there is a difference, so I can't say they're identical, but it could be to a point where someone who would not pay attention too much would be like, oh, they're identical. Well, they are not, but yeah, I can agree why they would think they are identical, because they're not like a massive difference between the two of them. Now let's go with some eyeshadow underneath the lower lash line. So since I went a bit crazy, I think I'm gonna go with some blue. Just, it came out of nowhere. Pacific Dreams on this eye, and bobbing along with this one. What bobbing along means? What? And probably it's a British thing. So bobbing, not popping, bobbing along. I'm gonna just use it on this side. I forgot. I don't have my contact lens in, so I need to have a close camera to my eye. That's why. So I'm just gonna. Also take a fluffy brush to blend. I kind of like this look. And now I'm putting Pacific Dreams I have on the brush. Yeah, it's definitely different. Like you can tell also in the pan, the undertones and everything, they're different, so I'm not surprised. I'm pretty sure you can see on the camera they're different. This is darker and less brighter than this one, but then again this is more lighter, so maybe that's why it seems into my head that they, you know, it's lighter and brighter, obviously, because this is a darker blue and this is a lighter blue. However, like I said, I'm trying to test them out to see if they are different. Also, you can see on how they apply on the eyes. I don't have anything, unfortunately, to put in the inner corner when it comes to being really, really sparkly, but I'm still gonna go with some green, because why the hell not? I already have a bunch of shades on my eyes. Well, what harm would do some green in the inner corner? I don't think any. So I'm gonna take slice of lime on this eye, and I'm gonna take Granny Smith on this eye. So okay, so slice of lime really needs packing, because if you don't pack it, it's a very light shade that it needs a bit more help. So you know, you keep that into account. And now I'm going with the other one, which I don't think is going to take that long. Yeah, obviously. And it's much darker than the other one. I'm trying to disperse it as much as I can because I don't like it. It's too dark for the inner corner. Yeah, I think I'm still gonna go with slice of lime on this eye as well, because literally that is too dark. I don't like it. And now I'm actually gonna take another two colors. I'm gonna get Daffodil Delight. What the hell is that? I never heard of Daffodil. And Hello Sunshine. Those two, literally in the beginning of the under eye part, because I realized I don't have anything. So Hello Sunshine and Delight on this one. They don't look too much different. However, I'm not mad. This is more warm and this is more like greenish undertone. that's the way it looks also in the pan, so it makes sense. But yeah, I pretty much finished. I need to put some mascara on and I'm gonna be right back. So now I'm gonna go on to swatch all of them, every single one, including the ones I have on my eyes. I'm not skipping any single one. However, you know, I'm sorry if you're not my skin tone, so you can relate to them, but that's everything I can personally do. These palettes, I never see them, all of them swatched, so that's why I'm doing it, because sometimes I get annoyed at that. So I'm trying to do things I would like myself to see. So if the lighting changed, that's because I'm filming later on. So I'm gonna start off with the first row. The first shade is White Lies. This is nothing else. It's kind of like my skin tone, so you can barely see it. This is Bare Necessity, which we used today. This is Preppy Pecan. I think that's Preppy Pecan. Alright. The next one is Drizzle, which is a gray. It's the only gray in this palette. It's quite nice actually. It needs a bit of build up apparently, but it's a swatch, so you know, don't count on that. This is Threat. And this is more of a gray black-ish undertone. And the last on this row is Illicit. Oh my god, that is so black. It's definitely really pigmented. I love them. So this is the look of the first row. So the first one is Sweet Tooth. This is Tutu. The next one is Strawberry Bonbon. And this is Tutti Frutti. Really different shades. Cosmopolitan. The next one is Make Them Wink. Last but not least, Dragon Fruit. Cosmopolitan is, yeah, that's the look of it. You have a lot of pinks in it and they're really pigmented. So this is just Peachy, Tangerine Dream, Koi, which sounds weird in Romanian, Heat Wave, and these are the oranges from the palette. This is Poppin' Poppy. Oh shoot, I did that. Sorry. Wait, I will have to do. This is Hot Stuff. Oh my god, I don't have space anymore. And the last but not least is Head Over Heels. So this is the look of the third row. This is Custard Cream, really pigmented. Daffodil Delight, which was the one I don't know how to pronounce. This is Hello Sunshine. And the last is Slice of Lime, this one, which it needs a teeny tiny bit more build up. This is Granny Smith, Oasis, and Labyrinth, if that's how you say it. So this row contains only yellows and greens, and this is the look of it. The fifth row, this is Daydream, which needs a bit of building. Sea Mist. This is Paradise. Pacific Dreams. Bobbing Along. This is Bleu, which I think is the most beautiful shade. It's kind of like purplish blue sort of vibe. And the last is Stormy Nights. Makes me think of Kylie Jenner, what the hell. This is the fifth row, full of blues and kind of like turquoisey shades. Last but not least, this is Living for Lavender, which is beautiful. but I wish it was more similar to the one from Jawbreaker. That's the most stunning I've ever tried. This is Sugar Plum. They can be a bit powdery when they're swatching, but they're not that powdery when you apply. Wisteria, which got no clue what that means, but Wisteria it is. And this is Purple Power, and I can see why it's named that way because it's really neon shade. And the last three of them are Modern Way, so tad bit similar to the first one, not too much, but you know, on the lighter side. This is Grape Escape, bit more powdery. And the last but not least, Drama Queen, which, I mean, that's so far away. Obviously it's a Drama Queen. I can't see. Yeah, sorry, that's a big gap in between, but it will have to do. So that is it from me for today. I hope you enjoyed this clip. It was useful and relevant. And if you enjoy this kind of content, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm bringing videos every single Thursday. And if I do have time, I do upload in other days too. But Thursdays are always on. So that is my phone reminding me to drink water. I know it sounds horrific, but that's how it does it, and you know what, it's handy. Without further ado, maybe you can enjoy the next video clip and see for yourself if it's worth subscribing to my channel. But yeah, I'm consistent, I'm gonna point that out because I really am. So I'll see you hopefully within the next one. Subscribe and hitting that notification bell button. Bye.